Welcome back to Socksville. Today we start with a lot of icons around our industrial area for a lack of labor, as well as some high rent issues and some customers, just not enough customers in some of these commercial areas. So lots to do today. We talked at the end of the last episode about a huge expansion. Our profit is looking great, almost 400,000 a month right now, but I'm sure those companies are going to start struggling if we don't get enough employees in pretty quickly. So we're going to start today off by potentially doing a little time lapse. I want to try a little bit different formats in some of these videos. So we're going to go plan out some of this area, this expansion out here. Lots of terraforming is going to happen in today's episode. Let's get started.
People knew her by her will to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, and she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg.
So not completely sure how much this is going to take care of our demand, but I thought it was a good place to stop and start zoning. So a little bit of a grid out here that we got going, as well as some more roads to just kind of pre-plan another connection from that highway. And then we converted the highway back into, what is this, Meadow Street? So it's not a highway anymore. Same here, we got the 4-lane or 2-lane each direction, 4-lane road. This little curve here, we're gonna keep it for now. It could look a little bit better. We can see we've changed the direction just slightly of the way the grid's going. And I think as we start pulling that into this lower tier on the left there, in between the residential area of Widow Gardens and the agricultural area, once that starts filling in as well, I think the change in the grid's gonna look very, very nice. So a lot of things to keep in mind here as we want to get more education going in. These roads seem a little off. Oh, about right there. But I think that's where we'll start with an elementary school. So what we're gonna do is come in here and take away a couple roads. We're gonna place that right in the middle, and then I wanna look at the upgrades of this. And I think we are going to take away a little bit more of the grid, maybe just this whole area right here. And we'll get all of the extensions or upgrades that we can and try to get them looking pretty good. We'll do that, as well as I think we're going to put this here, but then we're going to add a little bit of parks as well. So we'll start with a small park right here, put a small plaza in the center, small playground, we'll force it over here as well, and a nice dog park right there. And then next I want to start connecting all of these up with paths, and we will have to do a little bit of manipulation to get that going. I think that is for a good start for this neighborhood. Got a little bit of education and some leisure out here. And then towards the entry, which is like here and over here, which we need to finish zoning, we're gonna do a decent amount of commercial just to kind of start out here. And we're gonna come in here with low density, really making kind of a suburb out here. Little suburb subdivision, and really trying to attack this demand here. I think that's good. Let's see how that comes in. Watch our demands just crumble, which is what we want. Now, at risk of really damaging our budget here, we're gonna add some services out in this area. I think we'll do the same thing we did with the other one, where we'll make it a little bit bigger. And this is a main road here, so we'll grab a little bit of a medical center. I'll get snapping back on. This one we're not gonna do any upgrades to. I think we're gonna leave it as is with just a little parking lot there. And then I guess we can still go with a road in the middle since we're doing it that way. But I do want to make this look a little bit more realistic with a little slip alley back here in the back. And yeah, we're getting to a little bit of terrain issues. Let's go ahead and bulldoze those and flatten this out a little bit better. Go ahead and recreate it with the bigger road. Centered here, right there. So, and then back with the alley. That should look a lot better. Does pinch it down just a hair, but not enough to really be that damaging. And then over here, we'll do some smaller little commercial buildings. And right on this one, we'll throw our fire department. And this one, I think I am going to go ahead and add the upgrade to. And then also the police department we'll want to put next door. Actually, yeah, we can swing the police department right here and have this road continue on out. And just this area now is just a little, well, could we move this? Like so, we can, perfect. So now we can grab this back and do the same thing with a little alley here. And this one I am going to temporarily change the zoning, like so. And do the same thing with the little commercial buildings. And then we'll finish the zoning out here with more residential. Well, let's let that come in and see how our demand is looking. And financially, we're struggling a little bit, 80,000, but we'll get it back. Let's head back over here. Yeah, still lots of complaints about employees. So we got to keep bringing in the people. We have a 2,600 deficit in employees. So I want to take a look at some of these lower density now in here and start upgrading them a little bit. And the further out we get from this area, we'll start keeping the low density. So it seems like we've satisfied the high density demand for now. This area will fill in over time, and I'll be interested to see how it looks. I'm gonna do a little bit more decorating in here, I think, because we're gonna have a little bit of open space, and here we're gonna have some more offices populate once the demand comes in. It's earmarked for that right now. But I think it's time to kind of expand on this a little bit. I want to get this area connected before we end the episode. Okay, so pausing the game here, we got this area growing in nice. I think it's turning out good, and gosh, seeing this in the winter looks pretty awesome. Let's actually switch views here and kind of look around this way for a minute. But yeah, those trees, once they start growing, they're gonna look great. Still got some areas to fill in there. But yeah, this nice little huge park area that eventually, if we get something like Park Life to really turn that into an area, it's already earmarked for that later on. And some of the space we'll fill in with some trees as well. That's looking real good. But then back to the game now. We've got this gridlock issue, and I think the way I want to solve it is possibly with a transporter or transformer. And I think I want to put it out here again. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try something and see if it works. So we're going to grab a power line and we're going to go underground. And we're going to show that our power lines, they're all running underground. So go across this road here. And we're going to connect it up all the way to this. We're going to see what that does. That instantly got rid of it. So what was the view to see that? Yeah, we can see it here. That should improve a lot. And it's a mechanic of the game that really surprised me. I'm glad it's been added because not having to place power lines is really nice, but also still having to take care of power. Something that we definitely should have kept in mind. So we were a thriving city with our service trade of 300,000 plus electricity has dropped down to 220,000 now that we are using more electricity, but we're still thriving. We're at 300,000, 306,000 a month of income. So we've gained over a couple million during this session here, 1.5 about, and aren't really close to that next milestone yet of small city where we need about 9,000 more experience. But we do have people complaining about high rent, and we're not keeping up with the demand very well. So I think it's time to start playing at ×1 instead of ×3. I'm not 100% satisfied with the way this rezoned area here came in. I think we want a little more height here from these row ones, maybe some of these apartment ones instead. Yeah, we'll revisit that. The office is still not coming in. And what happened here? It says it's abandoned. So we apparently have offices that are office companies that have been leaving town. Wish we could get a little more information on that and why they abandoned. But our office demand has not been very good. But I think we can keep going and take care of that. How did we do? Yeah, under 1,000 now of available jobs, but also the total workforce number looks a little smaller than it was earlier. So not 100% sure what's going on with that. I think I need to slow down a little bit more and pay attention as we go. College is hitting capacity. I think there might be, is there something we can do for that? Yeah, we can add that. What did that do? That just added the upkeep. Better chances of graduating. This also, yeah, that'll do the capacity. Let's go ahead and do that. Care a little bit more about our education than we were a minute ago. And that should hurt our income a little bit, but I think we'll be able to survive that. We do have a government subsidies again for whatever reason, but we're at 16,000. I was hoping to get closer to 20, but gosh, this has been a pretty awesome episode. The largest expansion we've done in a while, and be interesting to see this come spring, how this is going to look in. Next episode, we'll focus on some more of these areas that we've unlocked and just keep growing. It's looking great though. Yeah, overall, looking at the city, it's looking awesome. Not 100% sure about this agriculture on the left side here. We're gonna have to revisit that and make that look a little bit better. And I think that'll be probably where we start next episode, since that's the area I want to finish there, where the two highways connect from. It's hard to see my cursor with the snow, but down here at the bottom, we'll try to highlight during editing all the way through to this park area is really where I want to focus next episode, as well as up here on the farther north side of what we're looking at right now. Very awesome. Really digging this game. Took a little while, but we're getting into it. Next, I want to see if I can figure out how to turn the weather off, because that would be nice. The last thing we're going to do, because I think it will unlock some fun things for us, is try to go through this entire chain. And we're able to. We have 5 points left, so that'll unlock tourist attractions, and I'm not sure exactly where that oh, this is where it shows up. Cool. So we can put some castles, some statues, as well as some of these larger community pool, soccer field. Oh yeah, we're going to, yeah, this is exciting. We'll redo this park a little bit as well as add some of that next episode, but definitely want to get some of this tourism going in town, as well as landmarks. Looks like we have all of those unlocked with that, and specialty buildings. I do want to look at some of our residential ones because we could increase the well-being 4% or by 4 here, 4 across 6 with this one as well, which would be real nice. So, but that's where I'm going to leave you today. Hope you enjoyed this episode and hope you enjoy how Socksville's coming along. And looks like this grid did line up pretty good. Kind of shows the direction changing here. I'm digging it. I'm loving it. I'll catch you on the next one.